Well, we're driving around. Just dropped Ollie off at baseball practice this morning. It is pretty cold here, -6 Celsius before the wind chill, and that is pretty cold. I want to get through all the videos today at different parts. We have a lot going on today, but it has to get done today. So we're going to start with Emerald Dio. He races tonight. Finally got that elusive victory last week. Last year, but last week, winning at Mohawk. Now, I think he's 7-2 or 9-2. So he looks he's competitive in this class, the numbers 2 class. Now Billy Davis is driving him tonight. Obviously, James thinks the horse he's driving is more competitive. We will see tonight. Arson, I talked to Harry. He said he's training today, 1.5 miles, last mile in 2:12 in the jog cart. So it's a good mile for him. He'll be in the race bike next week to, I don't know if he's going to Mohawk or not. He'll go to Mohawk to train. Will he be schooling? I don't know. But he'll be ready to go definitely before the end of January. Casanova Hall is in the sale on Monday. We have 6 horses in the sale, I think, on Monday. I've gone over these horses, why I love Casanova Hall. This is a brother we keep forgetting. I keep forgetting until I say his name. I don't know where I'm going here, babe. He's a brother to Chicago Hall. Just put our address in. Yeah, just put our house in. Here, you have it down here.
We're going back to the house?
No, we gotta drop. Yeah, we're right. So Casanova Hall, brother to Chicago Hall, and has done very, very well for us. Now, kind of in a tougher spot now. He's going to move up in class. We have 4 horses that fit that class in either Southern Ohio or the Meadows. So 2 of them I had picked Ready for Landing and Casanova Hall to put them up. The reason being, the other 2 colts are just on their way back, and both Casanova and Ready for Landing are racing great now. So they have got out of that class. The other 2 guys are a little fresher and coming up behind them. So that is why I picked Irresistible Sun and Memory and Imagination. Drebin is also in the sale on Monday for a very different reason. My only concern is that Drebin is going to race that 24,000 class. He's 9-2 Monday. He probably can do good, but what if that class doesn't fill? Do I really want to find myself in a situation where Drebin is racing in the 24,000 class, and when it doesn't go, he has to race in the Open as a 3-year-old just turning 4? That's a lot to ask. Looks like Money did it. The transition was good. Little different situation here. Drebin isn't drawing on the same back class that Money did when he got up here. At the same time, you couldn't ask a horse to be any hotter than he is right now. I mean, sharper. The horse has been fantastic the last 2 months. So to think he couldn't, I don't think it's that he couldn't. I just don't know if I want to see if he can't. Because if he gets up in there and he can't do it in the Open, now we got to move him to Dayton or Yonkers or Northfield or the Meadows, and we have a lot going on and a lot of horses getting ready to go for the 2025 season. It just made more sense to maybe test the waters with Drebin, I suppose, and that's why he's in the sale on Monday. Irresistible Sun was great. I just didn't drive him I didn't do him any justice the other day. I think if I drive him more conservatively on 3rd, either way, now that's a hindsight situation. I probably would have done it very similar, 9 times out of 10. Honestly, Ronnie Wren, he outsmarted me the other day. I thought I was being clever, and he was just a little more clever in the race. He drove his horse perfect and got the victory. Lover's Play is racing this weekend. She really only has 1 more win left in the tank, and then she's going to be bred. I do have a number of options with her. The first one being International Money. I did buy a breeding of International Money recently, so I already have kind of everything lined up. I'm not really that worried about our girl Lover's Play. This has been in the talks and in the works for a very long time. Got a ton of respect for this filly. She showed some speed, but I have to believe her overall body of work has been diminished by what could have easily been and almost was a catastrophic injury to this filly. Somehow she overcame it, made it back, took a mark of 58, made $30,000 in 2024, and ended up catching my eye and earning my respect, that's for sure. Very, very nice filly with an obvious moderate amount of talent, but I have to believe that moderate amount would have been quite a bit more had she not been, as I said, injured. So definitely earned my respect and earned her way onto our broodmare band, and she is going to be a mama next year. memory and imagination. Just not a good spot for him. I actually wish we hadn't have raced him back at Northfield this week. He should be at the Meadows, or he should be at Dayton. The class he's in is not really particularly suiting him well, and he drew the 8-hole. Having said that, he did need another start. He's going to get another start. I believe it's going to be one of those rare and things we try to avoid, which is a wasted start. Down, please. Mounds for All. Actually raced great last night. You know, the weather is not nice at all right now, and for him to come from way back, and as I said in an earlier video, some of his best strides were his last strides going under the wire. The horse looked good and finished up really good. I was pleased with him. Ready for Landing is in the sale Monday. I explained that also. We kind of had 2 spots right now to race horses in, and 4 if not 5 horses to do it. So I opted for the 2 fresher horses. We'll see how that plays out on Monday with the sale. Certainly not giving Ready for Money or Ready for Landing away. The horse just jogged in 55, gets around any size track. He's a very good horse. Put it this way, the horse that we would be on the lookout for if he had 2, 3, 4 wins. He has 6 wins. He can easily fit in Dayton or possibly come back to Mohawk. It just depends how the rest of the sale goes on Monday. Tenacious Hanover is in to go on Tuesday. This is a good spot for this horse. If he gets around Northfield well, he got around well last time. We were just learning about him at the time. Can't use him hard leaving. He doesn't like to be on the move in the 3rd quarter. If you can leave a little bit, get away 3rd or 4th, get out in the flow, catch a helmet, follow it along, he's pretty good on the end of it. He's no slouch, and he'll do well in that class. Time Is on My Side was awesome his last start. Just jogged with the earplugs in. Now he was down in class, but still aged company. That gatekeeper type class, and he raced very, very well. Really pleased with him. Vehement has been racing good, just can't get him in. Now he finally got in to go Wednesday. The problem is today's Saturday, can't train. Track's closed. So we're going to train him on Monday. He's going to be a little short on Wednesday, and this is obviously playing on my mind. Are we going to keep putting up with this race every 2 weeks? Absolutely not. He's going to be either moved to Mohawk or raced in southern Ohio, or he's going to have to find his way in at the Meadows, or we're going to move him. Simple as that. But every 2 weeks is not acceptable for a maiden-type trouter this time of year. Watch Your Mouth is also in to go this week. Tyler drove him great the other day and is back on him this week. Brace for Landing is in the sale on Monday. Different situation. There just is not a class for him right now. It didn't fill. I don't think the proper one filled from at Mohawk. I'm not moving him again. The only way I'm going to move a horse is if I think they can win. Like immediate impact type situation. And I don't see that with Brace. He's just found himself into a spot where he's not quite as good as we'd want him to be. So we'll see how that transpires as he moves along. But I just think that it's time. It's time for this guy. International Man, oddly flat yesterday. You know, this horse has never really raced a bad mile for us. This is 3 starts in a row. He raced great for me. The start where he made the break, we were just learning about him, hitting the bike. He had hobbles on. We took them off. He's been fine. And his gait was ugly, as it usually is, to look at, but not sitting behind him. And Aaron come off apparently and blamed himself. I couldn't see the racetrack itself, but Aaron thought that maybe he was a little hard on him. Listen, I thought he drove the horse fine, and that the horse just come up a little flat. But we'll see what his blood says, and then we'll go from there. Save America is, I think, picked to win the Open at Miami Valley. The Open at Miami Valley goes for $36,000. That is an incredible amount of money. He's a really, really nice horse. Is this Stone Road here, babe? What?
No.
No, it's college. What's that?
Paisley.
Oh, we're still quite a ways up.
You're driving 50. One extreme to the other.
It's not true. It's very hurtful. Spitfire Overseas is Indigo this week. Got to get this guy back. Is he Indigo? No, he was also eligible at the Meadows. Have to get this guy back going, right? And whether it's a shakeup, we move him for a little while or not, I believe the best place for him to be is Southern Ohio. But, you know, he has to come forward. He raced good at the Meadows, but this, you know, if we're talking about a horse coming back from an injury, like, it's just going to take time. This horse was not injured, not sick. We turned him out and he's back now. He needs to do more, and I'm watching it very, very closely. Texong Soprano, another horse, but he did come forward, right? Got down in class, got to Yonkers, built up his confidence, and looked great his last 2. You know, somebody said, well, we got to race him. Well, where would you like to race him? Because the Meadowlands are going to want him in the Open. Yonkers isn't open for another couple of weeks. Philadelphia's closed now. Poconos is closed. He's not getting in Southern Ohio. And if he came to Dayton, which Miami Valley, or Woodbine and raced in a class he fits on Persis, he'd probably get his head beat in right now. So just hold the phone, relax, and let it play out. And that's what we're going to do with Tech's song, Soprano. Greatest Ending has been racing good. I've been happy with his miles. Hasn't wowed anybody yet and run off, but certainly has raced better his last few, and I was very happy with him. JK Victory looked great in his last start. He's got the rail, I think, this week, tomorrow, and looks like he's in a good spot. Looks like Money got beat the other day, but I'm almost certain it's just a little tweak with the shoeing, and that horse will be at least a full second better in my mind, at least almost a full second better, and certainly good enough to win. Problem is, the horse that beat him drew 2, and he drew 7 next week, so I don't know what Aaron's going to do with him when I'm gone away, but we'll see. Neptune N qualified well yesterday, 56, and looked very, very good doing it, so he's ready to go now. Rock Shining Star drew the rail, but is in tough this week, so we'll see how that plays out in Miami Valley. 3-Point Blue Chip will be in to go this week, hopefully at the Meadows. If not, he'll be gone and move somewhere else. What's that? Oh my God, you're right. He's turned out for 2 weeks. What the hell is wrong with me? I'm trying to figure out why he didn't get in this week. It's because we turned him out for 3 weeks.
I just did the bill. I know.
Thank you very much. Very helpful. See? Batman, Robin. So he's turned out at Schaefer's. I apologize. I was like, wait, now, why didn't he get in this week? Because Money got in, and he doesn't fit the same class. It's because he's turned out. God, I'm stupid sometimes. Troisa. Now, the problem with Troisa was Neptune and Troisa, when they come from Australia and New Zealand, they have to have a DNA thing done, sent into the USTA. It has to be cataloged. And they were both sent in at the same time. Neptune is in the system now and cataloged, but Troisa is not. So I don't know why. And all the people that can answer the question were gone away until this coming Monday. So I'm hopeful that Troisa everything will be fixed and he'll be able to qualify on Friday. I can't really tell you why it isn't. It really only affects Daniel right now. Cordini, he owns Troisa, but James said he schooled good yesterday, so he is ready to rock, as is Neptune. Yo Mister, again, coming off the virus, a little flat last week. I'd like to see an improvement from him this week. We'll see how he races. Chevron's Bypass, Dominic was taking her down to Mohawk to train today. He was worried. He said, I don't know if she's ready to qualify. I said, Dom, she's off 3 weeks. He jogged her, trained her twice. Train her up Saturday, and then put her in to qualify. She's not an open mare. What I want you to do is put her in to qualify, have James go with her, and then when James comes off the track, say, where do we race her? Anywhere from a claimer to the open is fine with me. Is this stone? Yeah. So that is the scoop on Chevron's Bypass. And then
you're going to miss the light.
Shh, no rush. There'll be another light afterwards. Delicious Stone DK is getting ready to go. He had a nasty foot separation that they were working on. It's one thing after another the last 3 months with this guy, but he is on a forward march now, and Patrick LaPrana is in today, racing at the Meadows. Pick to win. We'll see how Aaron Merriman does with Patrick LaPrana. Those are your aged horses, a lot more of them now. We'll be back with your 3-year-olds and 2-year-olds at some point throughout the day.